Swearing on the Quran. This is my own home state of North Carolina. What are they doing or not doing in North Carolina?
The judge in North Carolina, Guilford County, is refusing to allow a Muslim woman to swear upon Islam's holy text.
When you go to court, they ask you to raise your right hand, and they ask you to swear either A, on the Bible, or affirm for fear of perjury that you are going to tell the truth. In North Carolina, what does the law say? Does it say that you can't swear on the Quran, or does it say that you've got to swear on something specific?
It's just Holy Scriptures.
Yeah, it does. It says that you've got to swear on the Holy Scriptures. And traditionally, Sardar, what is it that the Holy Scriptures are intended to mean?
Bible.
They're intended to mean the Bible. North Carolina is basically in a little bit of a tug of war right now, because as increasing diversity goes south, or all throughout the country, there is a sense out there that you need to swear on something of your faith, because if you swear on something you don't believe in, what's the penalty in that? You don't believe in that book. Others are saying, the Bible is our book. This is our tradition. This has been around for hundreds of years. You want to swear in our courts, you swear on our book, or you get the hell out. Go ahead, Sardar.
Well, who's our, first of all? This is a secular country, so... It's
supposedly, but let's be honest, you go to a number of places, and while it's supposed to be secular, non-religious, you'll see that there is a very strong devotion in pockets to Christian, biblical type faiths, books, doctrines, that kind of a thing. So you're right. Legally, this should not even be an argument. But these laws were passed before the First Amendment and the Bill of Rights were. These things were passed before these states became states. They were still colonies, and some people argue they predate the Constitution. What do we do?
Think about it this way. The whole point of people coming over was for religious freedom.
Yes.
Right.
So like, wouldn't that allow?
Yeah, you can have religious freedom as long as it's the freedom to worship our religion.
Isn't there like separation between church and,
They're supposed to be, but see, I give this to you because when you think about it, you're talking about, when was the law originally passed? Can you give me a date on that, Sardar?
Yes, give me a second.
Okay, because I want you to think about this. The Constitution is supposed, in theory, is supposed to separate this. And even separation of church and state doesn't mean that church and state are completely separate. Otherwise, we wouldn't have certain things written on our money. We wouldn't start the Congress every day with a prayer, these kinds of things. But basically, it means that all religions are supposed to be treated the same. So you can pray in schools as long as you allow all prayers in schools. If you only decide that you want to allow one prayer, at that point it becomes illegal. Go ahead.
1777.
1777. I believe there might have even been an earlier date too. But with this in mind, I mean, think about it. Washington was elected in 1789. So this does predate the Constitution. This is right after the Revolutionary War. The first shots were fired.
Oh, 1660s.
1660s.
Yeah.
This is a big departure. Stephanie.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask you when I know that you're paying attention. Okay, question. Should people be allowed to swear on the book or the religious symbol that they want when they go to court to tell the truth?
Yes.
Go ahead.
They should. Because I feel like if you're forcing someone to swear, let's say in the Bible, what if they don't believe in the God that the Bible believes in, like Jesus Christ?
Yes.
Then, like they were saying, like they won't have the same conviction, like they say. Because I mean, if you're a Christian and you swear on the Bible, that you have the conviction of knowing that God is watching you and you're lying to God. But if you do it with the Quran, then you believe in an Allah. Or like if you're doing, like, I don't know what Buddhisms believe in, but I mean Buddha, but I mean the book. I don't know the book. No, I know that they believe in Buddha.
Zoom in at this point. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Sammy.
I know they believe in Buddha, but I don't know like the book that they use. But like I'm saying, like overall, like if you don't, like if they have the book and the God that they believe in, then they'll have the conviction of not lying.
Okay, let's take this a step further, okay, and let's depart a little bit. Let's say that there is a religion that believes in witchcraft. Should you be allowed to swear on assorted witchcraft symbols? Let's say that there is a devil church. Should you be allowed to swear on satanic verses? These types of things. Let's say that there is a faith that believes that the most sacred thing is your elders. So you need to swear on the head of your dead grandmother.
Just make sure on your life. If you lie, you get shot.
I mean,
That's what I do.
Hang on. And I say this because the article mentions this, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The article mentions that there are a lot of different faiths that are out there. They believe in a lot of different things. And isn't it safe to say that if you're trying to swear on a dead chicken, that you could actually be causing disrespect to the court? Because remember, if you're treating all religions the same, you got to let everything in. Go ahead.
I mean, I understand that, but then again, I guess it's like, do you want them to say? I mean, I know people probably go there and then they raise their hand and they're like, I swear, da 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 da, and then at the end they're not really saying the truth.
Yeah.
But if like what they want is to actually, I mean, this is like a free country with free religion.
Hopefully.
You can believe what you want to believe, pray to whoever you want to pray to.
Right.
So then why not have the freedom to swear on what you want to swear to? I mean, if you believe that cow is your God, then, you know, and you have like a book that believes it. I mean, I know Islamics, I think they believe
In the cow?
Hinduism. That's right.
Wow.
Boy, that's a good thing it says in a religion class, Stephanie. Let's stop right there. Go ahead, Adriana.
Okay, I mean, it essentially, I think it is it would be nice, like, for people to be able to swear on what they believe in. Stop.
What?
But at the same time, think about how many people can misabuse of that. Because, like, what if they just say, oh, I'm Buddhist, but I'm really not, and I want to swear, to that. People are not going to take it seriously, and they can find it like a leeway. What I think would be a better idea is just to swear something that is not religion based, something that's more like government, more state, like something more national than something religious.
Okay. All right. Couple more, and then we'll vote and leave. Go ahead, Mal.
Long and short is, you do not apply laws that have pre-existed the state. It can't happen. Because if you were to say that, well, this was written before the United States was the United States, and still applicable, then I should be able to hold people in contempt for any violations of British law that exists at the same time.
Fair point.
And if they really wanted to keep that, then they should have wrote it into the state constitution when they wrote it and it was ratified into the U.S.
Fair point. Go ahead, one more. Shadar, I believe it was you.
yeah. I mean, that's why, it says on here, they should just testify pain of perjury. I was just gonna say, that's why, all holy scripture should just stay out of, government and in courts. I mean, if you're gonna swear on something, swear on the Constitution or the American flag that you live under. Leave religion out of it. I mean, it's a sensitive topic. It's a secular country. They should, act on that.
All right, show of hands, and this will be the last vote. How many of you say, you know what, this is the United States? This is the United States, and the tradition has been that this is a Christian country, and you swear or affirm on Bibles since the beginning of time. How many of you say, you know what, you affirm on our book, if you will, or you know what, you go back to where you came from? Because to be honest with you, that is really kind of what this North Carolina law is saying. They're saying our culture, our belief, our several hundred years of history, almost 300 years, is more important. How many of you say, yes, you swear on the Bible? How many of you say that? Nobody. I give this to you because these are debates that are out there right now. And this actually falls under this idea of constitutional law. The First Amendment says Congress shall make no law abridging freedom of speech, or in this instance, the free exercise of religion or the establishment. If you require swearing on a Bible, you are establishing Christianity as a higher religion than the others. Having said this, because there is so much history and sensitivity dealing with that book, this is an area, and with the increased diversity, that is slowly but steadily beginning to show some movement on. And to be honest with you, at some point, we're not going to be swearing on the Bible. We're going to be swearing on a lot of other symbols. We haven't gotten there yet. Or maybe, to your point, we'll swear on something that's not religious or affirm on something that's not religious, so you remove that question. I'll tell you, in North Carolina, if you want to remove the Bible, you will get strung from a flagpole. Because in some places, religion is still a really, really big deal. Or at least a certain religion is a really big deal. Anybody with questions? Have a good night. You can